Hey guys, thanks for coming out. My name is Rich Curtis, and I am the Product Specialist Manager for Akai Professional, Newmark, and In Music brands. And we're really glad to be here at BPM 2014. And a couple of our new products we're really excited to show you is the AMX and AFX from Akai Pro. Now, if you're familiar with Akai Professional, you're probably used to them doing the APC, the MPC. We've kind of cut our teeth on those products, but for the first time, we've actually kind of busted into the DJ world. And it's totally new for us, and we have these two brand new controllers for Serato that we're going to talk a little bit about today. But if you don't hear anything that you were here to learn, feel free to come up to us after we're done talking, and we'll be happy to answer your questions and give you a demonstration. So we appreciate you coming by. I have my good friend here, DJ Rasp. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. DJ Rasp is actually a DMC champion here in UK. He is a well-renowned scratch artist here. And he's going to be using a couple of Newmark TTX USB turntables with our brand new AMX and AFX units. So to start, what we have here is we have two separate units that are Serato-based units. So the first one we'll talk about a little bit here is the AMX, and that's on our left. I believe that might be your right-hand side on the video. And we got a lot in one little small footprint here. There's a lot of mixing capability. Basically, this unit is going to fully support DVS. So if you're not familiar with what that is, that stands for Digital Vinyl System. And the ability that you're going to get with this is you're going to be able to plug this unit into your computer with Serato, and you can actually perform a full set with just the hardware alone, just this one single piece. You're going to be able to load, sync, play, mix, filter, EQ, everything right from one little box. So just to take a look at it here, you can see up top here we have a nice little browse knob. So DJ Rasp is actually going to turn this, and on the screen here, you're actually going to be able to go through all of your songs inside your Serato playlist. It's real simple. If you want to switch crates, you can easily press the button down. It's going to go to a different crate, and then from there you can press it again to continue selecting your track. Now, below that, we have two load buttons, so you can load to either one side or the other, either deck A, deck B, what have you. And from there, you can continue right down the unit to continue your performance. It's real simple. Now, one of the things that makes this unique is this is one of the first controllers to feature capacitive touch. And this is going to give me the ability to be able to touch these knobs and either turn effects on or off, kill EQ, or bring it back, all with the touch of a finger. It's real simple. So if we want to go ahead, you just want to play a song back for us here. Okay, so we get a little beat here. Now, what you can see is DJ Rasp can actually just press his touch button there. It's enabled. It looks like it's on. And just by touching the pot, it's going to kill the EQ. It's really that simple. Now, this is great because you're not going to have to enable or disable a function, press a button. You can hold your finger on there, and when you're done, you just let go, and that EQ is going to bust right back into the mix. Now, the great thing is this is going to mix two channels initially, but you can get up to 4 decks, and you can even use up to 4 units simultaneously if you want to. One of the great things about this as well is we actually added in a dedicated filter for each channel. It's real simple to use. Basically, the way it works is it sits at 12 o'clock, and if I go over to the right-hand side, you're going to get a high-pass filter. Easy. And if DJ Rasp goes to the left, we're going to get a low pass. Now you can hear we actually have some rolling going on there, which is really, really cool. And that's what we call filter roll. And that's going to allow us to do a build-up or breakdown kind of anywhere we want to in any song. There you go. So you get a lot of touch control on here. The filter is touch sensitive as well as the 3-band EQ for high, mid, low. And you get your basic controls on here, so you're going to have your load buttons, you're going to have sync if you do that, you have a single cue per side, all the basic stuff that you need and expect in a controller. Additionally, we have a beautiful set of VUs on there, so you can check your levels, some nice long throw fader, and the number one part about this is the innofader. We've actually included a mini innofader in here, and we'll have DJ Rasp play around with the fader a little bit so you can get a listen. So as you can see, it cuts really nicely. It's one of the best faders available on the market, and it's fully replaceable. So if you did get to the gig, God forbid something happened, you can pop this thing out and pop a new one in and keep the set going. It's really, really cool. Now the great thing about this unit is it comes with Serato DJ in the box. So when you buy the unit, you're going to get Serato DJ absolutely free, and then you can go from there and buy the additional DVS expansion pack. It's $99, I believe, and from there, that's going to give the ability to use DVS control, which is totally unheard of. So from here, instead of connecting my USB from my turntables into my computer, right? From here, we can just run our RCA cables right into the AMX, and then we can send all of our DVS information right through that unit into the computer. So now, only a single USB cable for both decks running DVS. It's really a cool piece. So additionally, we have our crossfade curve. So if you happen to be a house DJ, you're not necessarily a scratcher like DJ Rasp here, this will work for you as well. You can actually set your fade curve here. Nice smooth fade in there. It's one of the smoothest faders you'll ever hear. So you get a lot of control in a very small footprint. It's a very flexible unit. So moving over to our other one, we have a sister unit. Very, very small profile on both units. The other one we have is the AFX. And the AFX is going to allow us to have the same type of capacitive touch control, but you're going to be able to use it with your effects. So over here, if you look at the top, we have two buttons right on the top here, and that's going to allow you to choose which deck you're controlling the effects on. So you actually have the ability to access all four decks right here from the unit. Now below that, we have Newmark's glorified strip search. If you guys have known our old NS7 or NS7 II, we added in these capacitive touch strips on the top, and you can use those to actually do three separate functions. I can have this control my searching, so I can have it go through my library very quickly using that touchpad. I can also have this do my effects if I want to. I can have that be my region or amount or parameter, whatever I want it to control. And additionally, we also have another mode which I can have this set to control pitch specifically. So if you happen to be a DJ who likes to use key lock or not, you can have this control the pitch in any aspect of the word. So it's really, really cool piece. Now, if we move down the unit, you're going to see we have three capacitive touch knobs. So this is going to allow us to enable, choose, and disable effects instantly on the fly. So let's go ahead, DJ Rasp, if you don't mind. Let's turn an effect on. There you go. And all he has to do is press the button and then turn the knob to get the effect. It's that simple. Now, just like the AMX, these are also touch sensitive, and right in the center you're going to have a little touch button. If he goes ahead and hits that touch button on right here, then from there, now we're going to be able to actually touch the knob and have it react automatically. So go ahead and try that. Now this is really important because if you're out there and let's say you have a 4-deck mix running and you have a giant build-up, you're building up, you have these effects, maybe you add an echo or a break echo or something in there, and then you want to come into the drop, it's been difficult in the past because you'd actually have to go in and disable all those effects very quickly. The cool thing about having capacitive touch is the second I let my fingers off the knob, the effects are going to go away and I can drop right back into the mix. So you kind of can't get that flexibility with anything else. So it's that easy, and it's a blast to play with. If you guys haven't tried this, please come to our booth down the road over there and check it out for yourself. It's a lot of fun. Now, additionally, we have a few other controls on the bottom here, which are very important. Just like our new Envy, as well as our new NS7 II from Newmark, the Akai AFX is going to feature a 5-function pad section. And this is great if you're a pad masher, if you like to slice, loop, auto roll, any of those things you can do right from the unit. We also have a dedicated parameter knob there that we can use to choose what those do. So from here, DJ Rasp is just going to spin the parameter knob here, and you can see we have our value placement there. And then from here, he can use the pads to actually affect the mix. So the first section is cues. And on cues, I'm sure you guys know what this is. You can set a cue point just by tapping the pads. You have a nice RGB relay to tell you where you are. And then if we want to remove them, all we have to do is just hold the shift button down and tap the pad to remove the cue. It's that simple, really easy to use. Now, if we go ahead and we go into the next mode, if you hit keys again, it's going to flash, and you're actually going to get a transport control. So if you happen to be running this with Ableton or another DAW, you can control it right from this unit as well. So it's a fully integrated solution. The next section we have is auto. And auto is going to be kind of a rolling feature. It's really cool. There are two modes. The first mode is like a dark blue pad, and that's a latching mode. So I can hit that and have that loop just continue forever and ever. Just like that. Now, if we go ahead and hit auto again, we kind of go into the teal pad mode, and the second auto mode is going to allow me to do momentary loops. It's a lot of fun. So there you have it. So that's the auto. Now, in manual mode, we have a couple of different functions. Manual mode is going to allow me to set a loop right from the unit. So the bottom left pad is actually going to bring the loop in, and the next pad over will actually bring the loop out. So we can set a loop that easily and actually just hit the third pad to release. And additionally, we can save that loop by hitting one of the top rows, and right from there, you can recall that loop at a later time. Just like that, real simple. If we go ahead and hit the manual button again, we're going to access a brand new feature from our good friends at Serato. It's called Serato Flip. And what that's going to allow you to do is to play something on the cue points, play something on the mixer, and it's actually going to record that as a quote-unquote loop. So you can recall that at any time. So if you happen to mash the pads in a certain way that you really like, you can recall it at any time. The fourth function we have is Slicer. Now in the slicer mode, there's a lot of things you can do with this. This is going to actually be similar to the auto roll mode, but the difference is the audio will slip in the background. So you can add some rolls, add some 16th, 8th note rolls, and then go back, and it'll actually slip in the background and drop you right where you left off before you started playing. And lastly, the fifth mode we have is the sampler. And some of you, I'm sure, are familiar with the SP6 sampler from Serato. And so DJ Rasp actually has this up. And what you can do is, all you have to do is hit that, you can play the pads and load up to 6 different samples right inside Serato for access in your set. There you go. And now the second mode to that, if we go and hit that button again, the sampler button, now we're in a velocity mode. So it's the same exact thing, except I can play softly, loudly, and it's fully velocity sensitive across 128 value scale. So you can really add some dynamics to the performance. So there's a lot of stuff going on with this here, and it's absolutely fantastic. But if you guys haven't tried this, please come down to our booth, check it out. We'd love to give you a personalized demonstration and answer all your questions. What we're going to do is we're going to let DJ Rasp maybe just play around for a few minutes so you guys can get a listen to the clarity. This is a 24-bit 96K audio interface, so it's very, very high quality. It sounds great. We'll let him play around for a little bit, and feel free to come up to the side of the stage if you have any questions. So let's go ahead and we're going to throw up some tunes for you guys, and we'll scratch a little bit and see what we can get out of it. These are the times I wish I could rap. Awesome. So as you can see, it's a very, very sensitive crossfader. It's an all-in-one solution for Serato, and it's a dedicated effects control. So lots of things you can get out of these two pieces. So again, we have the Akai Pro AMX, which is our dedicated mixer, and our AFX, which is our dedicated effects unit. So again, I'm Rich Curtis. This is DJ Rasp. If you have any questions, come up and see us, and come down to our booth down the road. We're giving away 300 pounds worth of software. And guess what? It's not a giveaway. Just come down, you fill out the card, you get the software. It's that simple. We're giving it away for all of you today. Don't forget to come see us. Thanks for coming down. We really appreciate it. And we'll be back with a few more demos in a little bit. Thanks a lot.